Welcome back to Round Trip with Kestrel. This week we'll be visiting Volgograd, Russia, where I'll be speaking with Elijah Obiechine. Would you like to introduce yourself? Talk a little bit about what you do.
Okay, so my name is Obi Elijah Obiechine. I am from Nigeria. I am 28 years old. Mm, I'm getting old. I am a student, photographer, cinematographer, sound man. I can be a little bit Andy here and there. So yeah.
uh, would you like to talk to us a little bit about what you do photography wise? How did you get started?
Yeah, so I am basically a fashion photographer. Yeah, but I can do other styles of photography. I mean, like weddings, landscape, abstract, whatever it is that I am basically good with my camera. I can create with my camera. So, but I have a thing for fashion photography. So that's why I focus mainly on fashion photography, and that is because it gives you an opportunity to be more creative because in fashion photography there are no limits. Yeah, so you get to express yourself, and even mistakes can become creativity. So yeah.
Absolutely. Um, so, how did you get started out in fashion photography? How did that end up working out?
Well, it started because I was lazy. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, I was lazy because this is it. Yeah, for wedding photography, you cannot afford to miss, key moments. You have to pay attention to, this the keys, the ring, details,
Mm,
because these are events that would never like repeat itself. So you have to be on your toes, moving. And sincerely, your camera can just decide to act up. Something can
yeah.
just pop up, something can happen. And true life story, someone once told me that a photographer was jailed because the wedding pictures were not top notch. And I'm also very conscious of my customer satisfaction. So I want
Absolutely.
my client to get top notch pictures, photographs, moments, memories. So I decided to go into fashion photography because even when you make mistakes, you can get out of it. You don't have to pay a lot of attention to some certain things. So let's just say, yeah, that is that. But yeah, so fashion photography for me so started because of this thing that I noticed that I don't have to pay a lot of attention. And then at the time, I had a lot of friends who were going into makeup artistry, who were going into fashion designing, who were going into styling and set designing. So we were working together like as a group. So, if this person has an idea, we work together collectively to make that idea come to life. And it is something that I totally enjoy. And of course, I wish to shoot for a big, you know, fashion. What do I call them? Mogul, or
Yeah,
what do I call
absolutely.
them now? Yeah.
Okay, a big fashion industry, big fashion week sort of thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like a fashion designer, like the Gucci,
Right.
the
Yeah.
Christian Louboutin, you know them, yeah, the ones that we wish to buy and we think again before we buy them. Yeah, those ones.
The ones just on like a London high street window display that's just like way too out of your price range. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and there is one my mom, although it's like I think it's a perfume line. I don't really know Elizabeth Arden or something like that.
I
It's a
think I know of
UK
it.
brand.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, people are crazy about all these brands. So yeah, I would love to be the photographer for these brands, of course, so I can cash out. It's all about securing the bag. Let's
Absolutely.
let's yeah.
I'm really interested to know how your experiences relate to you living in Volgograd. Do you feel that, especially being like from Nigeria, are there a lot of unique experiences you had in Volgograd as a photographer?
Well, Russians are special people, but how do I put this? I do not blame them because, when every other country was going on into Africa to, to have their escapades of slaves, and
Mm,
Russia didn't do that. So they are totally, totally new to to seeing black people. I remember in 2015 when I came, they were, when I go to the local market, they're like tapping themselves to, to point to you. Initially it was offensive because, I mean, I'm like, it, does it have anything to do with, racism? But lately I got to understand that these people are actually naive. They
yeah,
don't know about the black race. They
they don't
did
have the
not,
experiences.
explore Africa. They did not come to Africa to take slaves. So it's not in their system. So when they see a black man, of course, and I also think that we have different people all over the world. We have good people, we have bad people. Even in Nigeria, we have people who are narcissists, if I'm correct, like, who don't even like their own people.
Mm,
So it's okay, from time to time you can see someone who doesn't like you. That's okay. But have I ever experienced an attack, racial attack? No, I have never. So they're cool. And I have students that I also teach that are super amazing. And right now, they're even more open to, the black community. They're getting better. We don't see those initial reactions of, look, that's a black man. We don't see that as often. So I think they are getting used to the fact that, people with color exist.
precisely.
So yeah.
And do you feel like that's affected like your work at all? Having to keep that in mind.
Well, yes, it affected my work. It's still affecting my work. I am hoping that there is a change
Mm,
because of this insecurity. It's not about creativity. It's about, what if he doesn't understand me? What if
mm,
you know cultural shock for me sometimes too as a photographer, because I'm from Africa, Nigeria. We take revealing some certain parts of the body very seriously. But here, they just come for the shoot and they're like, I'm
well,
like,
yeah, yeah.
no, I don't do this.
Different cultural
That
mindsets.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. But it's affecting my work because I'm not open to some certain style of photography. Let me be plain, like, I'm not open to nude photography
Mm,
or excess revealing of some body parts. So of course some write me, and that is exactly what they want, so I have to turn down the
absolutely.
job.
Yeah.
Or in some cases it's more like, I don't know how to pose. Would you be able to explain to me how to pose? And you know, Russian language, well, I've been able to, now I speak, I understand, but initially it was a problem because, of course, you want to tell them, your left hand, your right hand, move
Yeah.
this way, do this. And, language was also a barrier. So it affected my work. But what I did in that case was I made sure that I continued to practice
Mm,
on my close friends, my classmates who understood me, I mean, to an extent. And then I never stopped taking African community pictures, because that way I dominate that market. So if you want your skin to look popping and you want, to have a fun time while we're shooting, you can always come to me. But when it comes to the Russian market, I'm still trying to penetrate and get a hold of it. But I know that very soon everything will work out. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, like, you teach, obviously, and you've had to not only teach students, but teach your cultural sort of like perspectives to other people. Do you feel that your work has had a impact in Volgograd at all?
Sometimes I get so close to my students because I've had the opportunity to teach in, like different organizations and go for camps, and I've met children who don't even come to the center on a normal, you know, on a normal in a normal session, but they come for the camps. So I've gotten to meet such children, and I would say that even after the camps, even after the classes, they are able to write me even on personal levels, to share their problems and to talk to me freely, because I encourage this, and I also let them know, look, it's not about the money. Sometimes, yeah, I understand that, money, I need to get paid, but I want you guys to know this language. I want you guys to be better people, because obviously in the Western world, yeah, some things that we take seriously are just not, treated well in the Western world. So, children can go out and, just be by themselves and, explore crazy things. And in the process, they get in trouble. Some get, um, they get to have bad experiences. So some of them, have been able to open up to me, and I just give my little piece of advice, and just make them feel like there is a better way to go about things. So yeah, I want to believe that I've been able to impact these children, and it's my joy to do it any day, anytime. And I'm so excited because they can just buzz me at any time and just talk to me freely. And so beyond teaching, beyond getting paid for, I have like an actual relationship with these children, and it's top notch for me. Yeah.
It's wonderful to hear. Um, I will ask very quickly. As you are aware, Volgograd and Coventry have a connection from back, spanning back to World War Two. How much do you know about that? And do you feel that there is a potential to have something like that like occur again?
Well, yeah. This is an what should I say now? It's like it's a brilliant idea. It's a totally brilliant idea to have cities, countries working closely in not just political what's it called, spheres.
Mm,
Caring for each other in this sort of context is also very important. Making people feel like you know they are seen, they are heard. They can get your support at any time. I think as humans, we want to just know that someone is looking out for us. So if cities are doing this, and if there is a kind of exchange, between the cities, if you know citizens from this country, from this particular city, can go to this country in that particular city and feel like they're going from home to home, it makes the world become smaller, if you understand what I mean. Like,
yeah.
it makes us closer to each other. So I think it's a totally brilliant idea, and I understand that in a time of war, I want to say I've never experienced war like firsthand, being in a place where the bombings are going on. I cannot imagine what would be going through people's minds and people's heads, will I survive this? So, getting, a message from another part of the world, I think it's totally amazing, and they did a very wonderful job and keeping the relationship even after the war, after so many years, because you and I have become like a new generation that have been brought into this. And funny thing is, I am not even from Russia.
Yeah.
So you see how Nigeria or Lagos, where I come from, is also being pulled into, this whole system. So that's what I'm saying, that it makes us, it makes the world just come smaller. And yeah, it's an amazing innovation, and I think they did very great for themselves. Yeah.
I only have one more question I want to ask you. Um, i- if you could see your work influence Coventry in any way, to leave some sort of mark for a newer generation coming in, what would you want that to be?
Well, it could be anything. It could be anything because there is this saying that whatever you find yourself doing, make sure you do it well.
Absolutely.
So it could be me being the best English teacher somebody ever had, or it could be me covering an event, and keeping memories alive through pictures. And it could also be me just being a good friend, a good citizen, just encouraging somebody, smiling. Um, the other day, I saw a young boy in a car, and he was shy. But I waved to him, just to make him feel comfortable and make him feel okay that, if that is all he remembers about me, I think I'm fine. In any sphere, in anything I do, I want to make sure that, you know, first off, people remember me, people remember that, okay, Elijah came from, Lagos, Nigeria, and I remember him for A, B, C, D, or X, Y, Z, like anything. So, but I want to go into, um, nation building, charity organization, like, you know, events that would make me, step out for people. Of course, it needs a lot of financing and money to go into its sponsorship. But I mean, I want to bring a smile to people's faces anyhow I can. And like I said, it could be through teaching anyhow. Just once you have an encounter with me, I want it to be that you remember me for something. So yeah.
So be the best version of yourself that you can be, and leave a
Yeah,
leave a memory.
be
Yeah.
nothing but the best every time.
Wonderful. That's all the time we have for today, but thank you so much for sharing with me your experiences.
Thank you so much for having me. I think I need to do a shout out to Rose. I mean, she's doing amazing
Mm.
because understanding that she's still like a student, yes, if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
correct.
We're
And
last year.
this project is like one that even 20 people would, but she's handling it so well. And so I also want to say thank you to you for this opportunity. I believe that after this interview, I should be getting a lot of offers, even people calling me to come take pictures for them. So
Hopefully.
yeah, I think it's a wonderful platform. So you guys are doing a great job. So keep it up. Well done. We are rooting for you guys. We are ready to work. We are ready to partner. Anything, just shoot, and we go. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.